Talkers. I am Paula Blankenship, and we are here tonight with the incredible Heritage Collection products from Heirloom Traditions Paint. If you've seen us talking about these products in the past, you know that they're an easy, all-in-one, one-step product that can transform any of your paint projects in just minutes, simply with no top coat, has a built-in bonding primer, makes painting a great process for you without all of the layers and all of the steps traditionally associated with painting. Tonight we have picked the hottest day of the year, and we're going to show you how to paint a front door simply by using, again, the Heritage Collection paint. I've chosen the color Cathedral. Works great with my brick. This color, this is an old latex paint that's been on this door probably for years. We purchased this house about a year ago, so I haven't had a chance to get in here and look at these finishes, but I'm going to transform this door right before your eyes. I've already started this paint up really well. If you're watching us tonight from different locations around the country or even internationally, please comment with your zip code below. We will speak to you and share with you a retailer in your area. Some Do It Best hardwares around the country and also internationally are carrying our products. We can share that information with you again if you will just post your zip code and say hello below. We're going to also be doing a fantastic giveaway during our home talk tonight, as well as giving you a promotional discount. So stay with us, and we'll be talking more about that as we go on later. I'm going to start off, first of all, putting on my gloves. This paint product is a water-based product. It is low VOC, so it has no odor virtually. You can paint indoors, not a problem at all. But we always want to tell you it really bonds to skin and hands, kind of like it does to wood. I've chosen a great quality brush tonight. This is a brush available through Heirloom Traditions. This is our Syntec brush. This is a small that I happen to be using. I've already given the paint a good stir, which is very important, that you want to give it about a 2-minute stir. And use a stir stick when you do that. Go to the bottom and really work this paint up from the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start applying this to the door. I put on my first coat, and then I'm going to go back with my second coat. Very liberal coat of paint. Now, you see I've not taped the door. You might want to tape your door and get your hardware all taped up. That's up to you. I'm going to cut mine in, and I'm going to put on, like I say, my first scratch coat of paint, and I'm going to let the paint have enough on here to flow, and that's very important. This is a self-leveling paint, and it needs enough paint on the surface to let it flow, meaning it will smooth its own brush strokes out. All right, I'm just going to keep going back here and cutting this in. I'm probably not going to end up doing the whole door for you, because this really kind of needs to be done when it's a little bit cooler, but I will show you the finished product. All right, so again, if you're just coming on to our live tonight, be sure and post your zip code, where you're from, say hello to us. We're going to be giving away some of our products here, and Melissa is joining us here. She's also mic'd up tonight, so if you'll say hi, Melissa, she'll talk to you a little bit about our promotion that we're running.
Hi, Hometalk. Tonight's giveaway for the Hometalk giveaway is what would you paint using the all-in-one paint? Tell us in a comment for a chance to win a free quart of the all-in-one paint, your choice of the 12 amazing Gustavian colors.
So we're going to show you that color card in just a minute so you can see all the great colors. They're mainly neutrals with some fresher teals and greens and so on, colors that you would normally find in Europe. They are very pretty and happy colors and a great palette of neutrals. So we'll just keep applying this paint. So one thing to note, when you put on the first coat of the product, don't really worry about how it looks in this coat. You're going to go back, even if you've used our foam applicator. You guys have seen us using the True Applicator sponge. Put on that first coat with a True Applicator, not a problem. You're going to go back over it with your top coat in a liberal coat with a brush. That's going to give you the flow and the coverage that you need in the second coat. Just going to keep on putting it on here.
Everybody's loving that color.
Oh, are you? Great. I love it too. I wasn't sure exactly. You've been using this color inside of the house, so I kind of wanted to pull this color in from the outside too. All right, guys. Any questions you see there, Mel? Ask questions if you have them. Glad to answer as I put on this coat of paint. I'm also going to demo for you the Weathered Wood Antiquing Gel. We get a ton of comments about it all the time. People are asking how to use the antiquing gel that comes along in this product collection. It is a fabulous water-based product, and I'll show you and share more with that with you in just a minute. I've got a couple things already over here ready to go, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to make something look antique. just quickly with a quick brush, really.
Paul, we do have a question. Tina
Sure.
wants to know if you're using a high gloss paint.
Oh, hi. We are actually using the all-in-one paint from Heirloom Traditions. It's called the Heritage Collection. There's 12 beautiful colors. It's a water-based paint product. It doesn't require a top coat. It doesn't require a bonding primer. It's an all-in-one, and it dries to a beautiful chalky waxed finish. So it's going to have a velvety sheen, but not a shine like a latex. It is a non-latex paint, but it's super durable, and it's great for exterior. It's great for shutters. It's great for garage doors, your interior doors, exterior doors, furniture pieces. It will distress. That's a question we often get. Can I distress? You can distress. If you want to give this an aged finish, you can always distress it with sandpaper, but you can also distress it once you apply the paint. Just as soon as it starts to lose its sheen, you can easily wet distress at that moment. You can't let it go too far past that. After it loses the sheen, that is the time to get on there and get it distressed. If you pass that point, it gets a little difficult. This, again, is a very strong paint. It's for cabinets. It's for wet areas. You can put this anywhere in your home, even if it's getting extreme sunlight. It's just a great durable paint.
That's funny, Jessica just asked if this would be good for her cabinet. Jessica, it definitely would.
We have a great cabinet kit that we've put together, Jessica. You can see that on our website at allinOnePaint.com. If you want to visit there, you can learn more about the paint products as well as purchase them there online. Again, stay with us. We're going to be announcing a fabulous, it's actually our last flash sale for the season. So stay with us because we're going to announce that in just a few more minutes. We're going to tell you how you can participate. It's a limited offer that we're going to give you tonight. So if you've enjoyed the Heritage products or you want to try them for the first time, we're going to give you a great way to do that. This table, just so you can see, this table sitting here to my side was a table I painted a few weeks ago. It was oak. Just an inexpensive little, or I'm sorry, it wasn't oak. It was an inexpensive little cherry table that had kind of been abused a bit.
Paul,
Pardon
we've
me?
got a lot of questions coming
Sure.
in. Can we do some questions while you're
Absolutely. Ask away.
Kelly Ann would like to know if this would work on a fiberglass door.
Yes, it would.
Okay.
It sure would.
Julie wants to know what prep is required. Does she need to sand, prime?
You do not need to sand and prime. This paint comes with a built-in bonding primer. Now, it doesn't have a hide primer. If you're painting whites over something dark, you might consider using something for bleed. We have a little tab on our website you can look at there to learn more about that if you are painting something that might bleed, like a redwood or something. Always with whites, there's a little bit more you need to consider. You don't need to just start painting. Just go read about that on our website. And the paint virtually requires nothing else. Just right here, just brush it on and cut it in like I'm trying to do around this hardware. So
Okay.
anything else, go for it.
Elaine wants to know if you can, actually several people want to know if you can paint metal doors with this.
You can paint metal doors, you can paint the plastic trim around your windows, around the doors. You can paint vinyl shutters, you can paint screen doors. You can literally paint anything with this product. Again, it has a unique bonding primer in it, as well as a wax top coat already built in. So if you enjoy and like chalk paint, this is an easy one-step process to give you that beautiful look without all of the steps and certainly without any waxing or top coating, for the durability that you're after, especially with cabinets. Well, anything outdoors. The durability is what we're after, but sometimes we want that great look, and so this kind of gives you both. Anything else you have questions?
Yep, I got a few more. Debbie Murphy wants to know if this would work for painting shutters. Is this going to hold up in the sun and the weather?
Yes, Debbie, it sure will. It sure will. It is actually a formulation that works great outdoors. And in.
Lynn wants to know if it's going to work in extreme heat and cold. So kind of a follow-up to that.
Yes, it will work in extreme heat and cold. There's a lot of new technology today in the paint resin industry, meaning what paint is made from. Been a lot of advancements over the years, and I'm sure you see that with television ads with other paint brands advertising these extreme advanced paints. This happens to be one very similar. It's just a chalk paint formulation that gives it that look, and all of the durability factors and all the one-step process that everybody wants today. Easy is what we like. And Heirloom Traditions, we set out to create this product, and we chemically created a great formula that I think you're going to love as much as we love. So If you try it for yourself and you're a novice painter and you've never painted before, you will find that painting is not that bad. As you can see, I've almost got a good base coat on the door. I think it's given it quite a bit of new life already. It's not fully covered, but we're getting there. This door had really blistered from the sun. This had cracked and so on, and I'm not sure the camera can show you all that, but it had a little bit of sun damage on it already, so it's really taking and soaking up this paint.
Paula, I cannot pronounce this name, and hopefully they'll forgive me. I'm not even going to try to butcher it, but they're wanting to know about the brush marks. I think what they're seeing is kind of the first
This is the first coat.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the first coat. You're going to get this with any paint. You're going to get this with this paint. But once this coat is on, this scratch coat as I call it, the second coat, and I think people that have used the paint product can attest, the second coat for this paint product is amazing. And what it's going to do in self-level, it's absolutely gorgeous. And that's why you're hearing so much about this paint product, is because it truly does perform like we say it does, which is music to my ears. When people use it and love it, that's exactly what we hoped. And they see how easy it is. So if you've used the paint product and you've enjoyed it, please comment below and let others know that this is for real.
Can you show them the can again and tell
Absolutely.
them the name of everything, please?
I am using the Heritage Collection paint products in the color Cathedral. It's a dark gray. It has a bit of a blue tinge to it, and it is from Heirloom Traditions. You can find this paint product on our website at allinOnePaint.com. If you want to comment tonight below with your zip code, we can surely help you find a retailer. Do It Best Hardware nationwide has our paint products, as well as you can purchase right here online. So, again, we are doing a giveaway tonight. If you'll comment what piece you would like to use the all-in-one paint on, we're going to give that away here. If you'll give us some compelling reason what you're going to paint the most, Melissa's going to pick a winner, and we're going to send you paint product. How much are we sending them, Mel?
A quart.
We're sending you a quart of the color of your choice.
Which is enough to do your front door and then some.
Yes.
Probably both sides of your front door
Absolutely.
and then some.
Absolutely. It does go a long ways.
And a quart does about 140 square feet, so you're getting a lot of bang for your buck.
Yep.
I lost the person's name here, the feet's going so fast, but someone asked if the wax in this is going to melt in the sun.
There is not a wax as in a beeswax in this paint product. So it is not UV sensitive. It doesn't require an additional coating on top of it. It is a durable, lasting paint. Even though it's not a latex paint, it is very durable, very lasting. It looks and feels just like a chalk paint that's been waxed. It has that low luster sheen, but it is not going to be sun sensitive, heat sensitive, and you're not going to have to worry about ever doing anything else to the paint. Once you put it on, it's one and done. Any other questions you got there, girl?
I've got a ton of them here. Can you paint over an oil-based paint or stain, like on your kitchen cabinets or on your table?
Well, that's kind of a loaded question. You can paint over oil-based paints. I would definitely like to see that. If you'll shoot us a picture of that, I'd like to see exactly what you're talking about. Oil-based paints, this definitely will bond to anything. It'll bond to plastics, it'll bond to metals, and it certainly will bond to things like oil-based. But you can always send us a picture if you would, and you can send that to hello@htpaint.com, and I'll always give you my professional opinion.
We're having some people tune in late, so I just want to remind everybody, I know a couple people are asking, we're using the Heritage Collection all-in-one paint.
Sure.
The color that she's using on this door is Cathedral. We have 12 colors in this collection. Beautiful European Gustavian colors. We're going to show you a color card here in just a bit.
I'm getting on my second coat here. Just want you to see it's not totally dry, but it is going to let me put on the second coat. And I was using the Syntec brush, but I'm using this little cheap brush, just so you can see how quick that this door is looking finished. Are you getting to see the final coat already? Is the camera showing how great it looks? It looks great in person too. Now we'll go back where I've gotten a little paint on the glass and just take a little razor blade and take that off. To me, that's a lot easier than trying to tape up a door and then still get paint under the tape. So I just always just kind of cut it in myself.
We've got a couple people asking if you can use this on aluminum doors, like old school.
Absolutely.
Doors.
You can use it on aluminum, you can use it on plastic trim around your windows, like around this door in the front. Always there's a piece of plastic trim. You can, around this door actually, was a piece of plastic trim. You can see how great it's been painted already.
And we've got a great question from Angel.
Uh-huh.
I'm betting she's used latex paint on her front door before.
Yep.
She's wanting to know if the door is going to stick to the frame after you're done.
Angel, you have to kind of let it dry. And there's a great tip that you can use. You can take Vaseline and run it around, just a light coat with your finger around the little gasket. So when you do pull the door closed, after it's dry, don't do it before, but once the paint's dry, close the door. That way, overnight, it won't stick, and that Vaseline will help that door to that plastic piece not to pull the paint off of your door.
I can't get over how many people are saying they need to paint their front door. They're ready to do it.
Well, great. I hope this is giving you the confidence to go paint your door, because you can see, like I said, it's the hottest day of the year, and we're standing here painting this door, so I'm going to have this little baby knocked out. I'm going to get coat 2 on here. It's drying so quickly because of the heat, so that's a good thing tonight. Any other questions you have?
Ian said he would love to paint the glass in his door.
You can do that. You can paint right over glass. Matter of fact, if you watched some of our videos, I painted a bedroom suit that I'd had, and I bought glass tops for it, and I painted the back side of the glass in a white, our color called cashmere, and totally updated the mid-century look of that. It was just an inexpensive knockoff of a mid-century suit. Totally gave it a whole fresh look just by painting the back of that glass. So yes, you can paint glass. Works super well.
We've got a lot of people asking where they can buy, so can I go ahead
Oh, sure. Go right
announce
ahead.
the flash sale?
Absolutely. Announce this flash sale, guys. You're going to be
Ready?
so happy. Get ready, because it's going to go quick, and our server gets bogged down, so go.
Everyone who's wanting to paint their front door, their cabinets, their furniture, we've got a deal for you guys tonight for our Hometalk viewers. It is a flash sale on our shopping cart at heirloomtraditionspaint.com. I'll post this link here in just a second. There's no coupon required. All of the items in our all-in-one paint category apply to this flash sale, and they will automatically be 30% off when you add them to your cart and check out during the promotion time. And the promotion time is now, 7/21/17, and it's about 7:17 p.m. It is active, and it's going to go through 7/23, which is Sunday night, at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time is when it ends. So be sure to get your orders in before then. Make sure you check out before 11:59 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday the 23rd. We will not be extending this flash sale, and it is our last one of the season.
It's the last one we're going to do, guys, so don't anticipate we'll do another. This will be the last sale of the season, so we just wanted to ring it out one good time before. We know it's vacation time for a lot of folks and getting ready to go back to school, so this should be the last hurrah to get some paint in your hands and get some of your projects as you move in toward the fall. So here we go. This is coat 2 on the door. I think that finishes it. Now, after it dries, let's step inside, and I'm going to show you what the antiquing gel looks like. We've had so many questions and comments about that before we leave tonight. I want to quickly antique a piece
Real
here.
quick on the door, if they have some sun damage, should they sand there first?
If you have like cracking and splitting and so on,
I assume that's what they're asking.
if you do, and it's rippling the finish of the door, always good to sand that off. No paint's going to camouflage damage, basically. Sand it smooth, paint right over it, and you should be good to go. So I had some here. You can see these cracks. This was latex where it kind of split and the sun hitting it all. You just over and over until it kind of marred the finish there. But this should seal it up and be good for the long haul. So again, keep your little, I've used my little plastic bags here as my drop cloth. Make sure that don't get up in my drawer. Alright guys, let's get this one done inside. And I want to show you the incredible product called Weathered Wood Antiquing Gel. So I'm going to move my table. Can you see there? All of the 12 beautiful colors for Heritage. Here's the color card, just so you know. We were painting with color Cathedral. This is our newest edition called Polo Navy. Oh, I just got it on spot on stain. All right. So anyway, great colors, beautiful colors to choose from. Iron Gate, #1 seller. Cashmere and Manor House of the 2 whites. Great colors. This little guy is in the color Verdigris. I'm going to antique it. And this is Cappuccino. This is a color I talked about on another live. This one's kind of a sleeper, but it is absolutely beautiful for cabinets. Weathered wood. Just to give you a little idea of what it is, the name kind of it describes what it is. It's kind of like between a brown and a gray. It's a gel, so if you compare it to glaze, it's very similar to a glaze, but it's thick. It's got a couple different qualities than a glaze. This thick is one of them, makes it really easy to control. And then the other factor is it wipes off about 12 hours. So it's really, if you get something you don't like, you just put it on there. If you've been scared to do any kind of waxing or antiquing, this guy is just, you can just see the ease of how this flows on. There's just nothing to it. It's so easy to put it on. And as easy as it goes on, it comes off. Once you let that dry, of course it's not removable at that point. It does add just another layer of a soft sheen to your project and another layer of protection if you want to use this over your cabinets or to give them that European look. You wanted to get that down in the cracks and the grooves and the details. I'm just going to put this all over and then go back and remove it just so you can get the overall effect of what it does to something that has a lot of details to kind of hang the product in. It's gonna, you always want to work your antiquing down into the lows of your project, not the tops. You don't want, this is not the way you do it. You work it into the low areas and then you're going to remove everything on the tops, and that's going to create that depth and that magic that you get when you antique something. You can also use it on a flat surface too. It's going to tone and soften any color. It's going to soften a white. It's going to soften even a black. It turns a black into, it warms black, believe it or not. It kind of gives it a, where did my rag go? Where is it? I have a rag.
While you're looking for that, I'm going to repeat.
Sure, go right ahead.
I must have asking me to.
No.
I did post the details in the comments. They're under my name, Melissa Osborne. But the flash sale is running from right now. This is 7/21 at approximately 7:21 p.m. and it's going through Sunday, July 23rd at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. It will not be extended. There's no coupon required. All you have to do is put in any product from the all-in-one paint category, and it will be automatically 30% off when it's added to your cart and you check out before the end of the promotion. That website is heirloomtraditionspaint.com, and it is only good on the Heritage all-in-one products. That's what you need for your front door, your kitchen cabinets, any of your furniture products. And real quick, we've got a lot of people asking about sealing. Paula, can you address that?
Sealing, there is no need to seal this product. And I love that about it simply because if you're painting your cabinets and you've painted them white or you've painted them black and through time, every finish wears. There's not a finish in the world, even a factory finish, that won't wear in time. If you add a sealer on top of this paint, which it does not require, if you add something to that, then you could never touch it up. So it's better to have a finish that you could touch up, and this paint touches up beautiful. So if you nick your drawer or you nick your bed or whatever, you can always just take a brush and touch it. If you put additional sheens and so on it, you can't do that so easily. So I always tell people it's better to not have so many coats. It actually, the more layers and thickening that you put on, the more chance of something chipping. And if you think about that in car terms and even fingernails, you put so many layers on, then your fingernail polish wants to chip away. So it's better to have one great coat, one great bonded hard coat, than it is to have multiple layers of coats. Then it doesn't, it tries to come off then. So with that, no, it doesn't require a top coat. It has a beautiful matte sheen. You can see here, this is the luster of the paint. It has an eggshell finish to it almost, just a little bit more sheen, if you were calling a vertical sheen that it has. So it has a great look already, and again, so easy to touch up. It's just, it's a fabulous paint for kitchen cabinets, bathrooms. It's very, very hard to scratch. It does take about 30 days for a full cure, so know that when you don't try your scratch test as soon as you put it on. The paint has to cure to harden, and that means the water or the moisture has to evaporate from the product before it's fully cured. And that does not happen overnight. It takes some time. So take a peek at this. Isn't that so pretty? That gives you a great look, just so simple. Just rub it on and rub it off. And if you weren't happy with that, you can dampen this rag and just wipe it right away. I can't read a word of that. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is put on some product on this one. I'm going to do the, if you're just watching, this is Weathered Wood Antiquing Gel, and this is from the Heritage Collection. I am just going to rub on, take my brush and just put on a little product on this, just to give it a little accent. Right now it's just kind of flat.
Paula, while you're doing that,
Sure.
a couple more questions.
All right.
Laura wants to know if this is a latex paint,
It is not a latex paint.
and do you need to top coat over the antiquing gel that you're using now?
You do not. You do not need to put any top coat over any step of this product. We created this product, just so you know, Heirloom Traditions is a chalk type paint, and we've been in the chalk type paint business for quite some time. We realized some time back that our consumer wanted easy. They wanted this look, but they didn't want to work so hard. And we got that too, because I have arthritis in my hands, and I quickly understood waxing was a chore to me. So we, with our chemists, set out to create a product that gave you that great look with the ease of less steps, and also without the waxing and without the priming and without all of those hard steps that you do. So none of these products, no matter where you stop, if you bought the cabinet kit tonight and you started out and you got your cabinets painted, you could stop there. You could just be done. Maybe it was a bigger project than you anticipate. 5 years from now, you could come back and add this step if you want. That would be just the two things you have to do, nothing else. You don't have to go in there and do any kind of top coats, any kind of sealers. That's it. So it's, you kind of, everywhere you stop, you're successful. So if you want to just paint them and you love it, stay there, that's great. That's what you're going to get. Just a beautiful look. I think that's so pretty. That just antique that down. I hope that comes through on the camera to you guys. Just subtle. It's not anything crazy. It doesn't overtake the piece. It doesn't dirty it. It just antiques it. Again, weathered wood is what we're using here from the Heritage Collection. It's something optional that you can do to your piece if you choose to, or you can just leave it as it is. It was like that, but I chose to put the antiquing gel on, the weathered wood, and you can remove that to your liking with a damp rag. Even if you want to take more off, you could totally remove it. You can take it right back down to the paint. It doesn't wet distress. So even if this were a damp rag, when that paint's cured, you cannot wet distress and you won't remove paint. Even if I had a damp crawl off now and go in here and try to remove this, this has been painted for a few days. There's nothing going to take that off.
Trust me, that is why Paula is wearing gloves. You'll get the heritage manicure if you don't.
Yes, you will get the old heritage manicure. So there's a lot of you who could attest to that. I know Stephanie Kuhn, lots of girls on here, Tracy Bellion, all you girls probably didn't even believe me when I said, don't get this on your hands. It doesn't come off your nails. It doesn't come off your hands. No paint does, but this one is exceptionally bonds. It's really above and beyond the norm. So that says something about it chemically, that it's a little different than what you've been used to using, and it's not going to react exactly to wood, just like any of the other paints you've been using in the past. So any other questions, Mel, you have?
Real quick, I know we're wrapping up here.
Okay.
Can we go over prep real quick? What kind of prep they need to do for front doors, cabinets, basically anything?
Just prep in general is always, I always say, use TSP on cabinets because there's airborne grease when you're cooking in your kitchen and so on. Even in a bathroom, TSP is always a good thing to clean where hairsprays and things like that land on your cabinets and so on. If you smoke and those things, you want to clean that nicotine off, TSP is a great way to do that. Someone asked if vinegar and water would do that. Sure, it's a great natural cleaner, just anything that will strip away those grease residues that are left behind. You definitely want to be considerate of what you're painting over. I always remind people when you're going from a dark set of cabinets to white, it is very important. It's nothing to do with this paint product, but any paint product. If you're turning a cherry set of something or an old antique white, you definitely need to be aware of bleed through, and that's something that's noted in the paint world forever. So if you're a novice painter and you're taking something from a dark wood to a white, there are some prep steps that you need to be aware of, and that's shellac and so on. So not to get too in depth there, but just know, check it out beforehand. Even go on Google, research that a little bit before you start painting something dark to white. But outside of that, there is no prep. Just clean and start painting. Stir the paint. That's the other one. Just stir it up really well and start painting. That is all that there was to it, virtually. Front doors, cabinets, furniture, anything you want. This little table that we're working on tonight was one I did in the last live. I painted it really probably 15 minutes we were done. The next day I went in, it didn't even need a second coat. So I don't know if you happened to watch that one, but it was pretty awesome. And it did very well. Social media really picked it up and ran with it. So lots of people saw it, and this is that table. It was in Cathedral, the same thing I just did the door in. So you can create some great pieces virtually in minutes. I changed that whole thing in just a few minutes.
We have a couple people asking what is TSP. That is a degreasing agent. You can get it at any hardware store.
Very inexpensive, yes.
Simple Green, something along those lines will work. You just want to make sure you thoroughly remove all of the surface oils,
Grease,
ledge, and all of that. Does not get along with water-based paint, so you need to get all of that off.
Right. It's only as good as the bond that it gets. So it's kind of like tile. You know, you don't want to go in and start laying tile on loose tile. So you want to make sure you get a good bond, and that grease would prevent that from happening. Something else too to make note, if you have a new house, there's a lot of people who want to go in and paint cabinets in a new house. New cabinetry sometimes comes with a silicone coating over it, and it's to keep the cabinet from sticking to wrapping paper and so on. So make sure you remove that because it is very slick stuff and no paint wants to bond to it. So it's another one. Even though you have new cabinets, be very aware that that silicone needs to come off of there. It doesn't require sanding, it just requires a good cleaning. Never hurts if you want to sand though. Somebody wants to take a light little sanding blot and just go over everything to knock the little nicks and the burrs and things like that have settled on your cabinets through the years. It never hurts. It's not a negative. It's just not required always. Anything else you have over there?
Well, since we're wrapping up, while you're finishing that up, I'm going to go over the flash sale one more time for everybody.
Great.
And the flash sale is running right now through 7/23. That's a Sunday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. That's at heirloomtraditionspaint.com. I've posted that link for you a couple times. There's no coupon required. You just add any of the products from our all-in-one paint category to your shopping cart and check out before the end of the promotion, and they will automatically be discounted 30% off, which is a great value. And we're not going to have another sale on Heritage for the rest of the summer season, so be sure to take advantage of this. We will not be extending it, so you definitely need to check out before this Sunday, 7/23 at 11:59, and that is Eastern Standard Time.
All right, just make note that we can't extend this one, so
Can you show the color card one more time, too?
I sure will, absolutely. And the color card is pretty true to life. Guys, if you're looking at it online, everybody's monitor is different, so just be aware of that. If you're choosing colors, we do have a color card that we send out with all of our orders. That is pretty true. We call it Pantone Correct, so it is as good as we can print a color card to match the actual colors themselves. But this one's pretty accurate right here too. So again, it's going to look different on your monitor tonight. So a lot of great colors. I was using on the front door the cathedral color, and I'm using verdigris on this piece here that you can see. This table in front of me, if they're catching that in the camera, is also cathedral. So that'll give you a good idea. It is kind of a charcoal gray. It's one of the darker colors. Iron Gate is a true black. Polo is a dark navy. I think this makes it look a little more intense or a little more blue than it truly is. It's actually very, very deep, rich navy. You can go to our Heritage Collection All-in-One Paint on Facebook. You can see many, many posts of people sharing the projects. Visit that page, like that page, and you can check out all of the great projects that have been posted using the Heritage Collection paint products. Again, we want to thank you all for being with us.
Giveaway real quick.
Oops, sorry, got to do the giveaway.
Sorry.
All right, go right ahead.
So our winner tonight is Teresa Lynn Melcher.
Wonderful.
And she said she is wanting to paint her 87-year-old grandmother's front door for her. So
wow, I think that's the best winner you could have chosen.
Definitely.
So great.
Teresa, reach out to us on our Heirloom Traditions Paint Facebook page. Just send us a message, and we'll get you all taken care of and get that prize out to you.
And pick your color. Pick your color that you want. We thank you again, Hometalk, for having us tonight. We so look forward to hearing your questions and comments below. We'll try to get back in that feed and answer you tonight. If we can, post your zip code. We'll try to hook you up with a local Do It Best retailer. You can also, again, visit our website tonight and purchase products. Take advantage of our offer that we've just given. A cart-wide savings now until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's at night on Sunday. Don't forget, mark your calendar. Go over to the cart and pick out your products right now and save yourself 30%. Share that, if you will, with anyone who is a paint enthusiast in your world. We would love to get you started on using the Heritage products and see what projects you can post and how easy you will find this product. We can't wait to see what you have to say about that. Thank you again, Hometalk. We enjoyed being here with you and coming into our home. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Good night.